Hi guys, today we are going to unbox a new toy for me. I got two of them for Christmas, and you're going to ask why I got two, or why I'd asked for two from two different people. So I'm going to show you. This is the one I opened up and played with, and this is the one we're going to unbox together. It is a Cricut Mug Press. Yes, I can do mugs on my big press, but I just don't have a good angle here. I can do them on my big press, but I do two at a time on the big press, and it works and it's fine, but then I have to adjust it back when I'm ready to do 20 ounces, and it just really gets to be difficult. So I wanted something dedicated to mugs and something I can dedicate to 20-ounce sublimation. So I figured I would try out the Cricut Mug Press. So this is how it comes unboxed. It says open me. It wants you to connect it to your computer and update any firmware and register it. It comes completely sealed in plastic, and you have your power cord in the bottom, and then it has a very short USB cord to connect it to the computer. That's all you're going to get in the box. The operation of this is super simple. I have already plugged this one in and turned it on, and the light on this one is orange right now, which means it is heating. I have a whole bunch of mugs already wrapped and ready to go. I did get a bunch of the Cricut mug blanks. I'm going to use one of them today, but everything else is going to be the 15-ounce sublimatable mug from Hog. The Cricut mug blanks are nice. This is one of the very first test ones I did, and it came out fantastic. I just don't like the branding all over the bottom. I mean, this is perfectly sellable, but I'm just not a fan of this. The Hog ones are completely blank on the bottom. Personal preference. So, a couple things about this. It says for wraps, you're going to want to stay a ½ inch from the handle. So there's that. And you put them in. This is what opens it and closes it. It's a little bit stiff. Let me get you better in frame here. Just this little piece opens and closes. And that closes and opens this. So you'll put it in, the handle will go over the white part, and then you will close it down. That's it. So this is where that ½ inch comes into play. You might have to play around with it a little bit. So this one has turned green, so it is ready to go. I'm going to grab one of the mugs I have wrapped already. Some of these I am testing out full wraps. Some of them are not. So, and like your mug press, these do take about 6 minutes. This has these little lights that count up. That tape was very sticky on this one. That count up as it goes. When it gets to the last one and the last one's full, that's when it's done. I don't know why the bottom of that is so sticky from the wrapping. But you simply plug in your power cord. I mean, these are really plug and play. There's no thought about any of it. And then you're going to want to plug in your little USB plug. And I'm going to see if I can get the second one registered. I'm going to bring this insanely short cord over and plug it in. And now it's fired up. And I'm going to go into new product setup in my menu. I'm going to select heat press, and this is the mug press. And it's going to give you a few basic directions. You're going to click continue, agree to the terms of service, and you're going to activate it. I do believe this would have worked without this process, but this makes sure everything is up to date, your firmware. So it tells you you can disconnect, and it brings you to Cricut.com, and it's going to tell you how to run it if you need that. So, pretty simple. That is it for that portion, which I don't need right now. I'm going to disconnect this. So we are going to just push the power button. It's going to turn orange, and it's going to warm up until it changes color. So I do have most of my mugs already wrapped. So I have my heat tape dispenser. This is the second one I bought. This one does work great. You turn it back, it feeds 3 if you have 3 loaded, 1.5 pieces at a time, and it has a long strip. So get this last mug out. Some of these I have just 2 individual pieces cut for. So I'm going to trim them down because I don't need all this excess paper. I did not wrap any of these in butcher paper. Some people will disagree with that. Some people will agree with that. I also don't have a thing of water to dump these in when they're finished. Really, your method is your method. But I'm going to put my image down, face down. It's a little harder for me to see over here. I wrapped most of them on the other side of the room. And I made myself a little template to make sure I'm a 1/2 inch from the handles. It's got a slot for the handle that is 0.7 wide, maybe 3 3/4 tall, and then it's got 0.6 on either side. So as long as I clear that, I know I'm good. I like to put 1 piece at the top, 1 piece at the bottom, and then a piece on either side. I still don't have my tape method fully down. I don't like to do any more than that on the first side until I start the second side. I like to put the image on both sides. I only put it on one side of this, and I just feel like it's very blah. So that one is ready to go. Okay, and this one just chirped, so it is done. So I'm going to lift this up. The handle will be cool. The rest of the mug is going to be extremely hot. I'm going to drop another one in. You do have the new work smell. And I like to immediately remove my tape. But you do have to be careful not to lift the design and put it back down. This is another one of those. Some people say leave it to cool. Some people say pull it immediately. And some people say immediately dunk it in water. But try and peel it off without letting it touch the cup again. That's the critical part. But that is a super clean edge. The top looks great. I might have a little bit of faint fade there, but I came perfectly down on here. That is the next tumbler press ready, or mug press ready to go. You will want a hot pad of some sort to set this down on. I got mine on Amazon. I don't have the Cricut version. These mugs take a good 20 minutes to cool down easily. So I'm going to grab another one. I think that's another wrap. I don't necessarily want another wrap. And I'm going to pop this one in and close her up. And we're going to come back down to here. So this is primarily what I made my little template for. It fits on here fairly snug. It's probably not perfectly sized, but I tried. So this is a full wrap image. I'm trying to make sure I am right side up. Okay. So I designed this so that when I put my image down, I can perfectly line up on that 1 inch or ½ inch skip space, and then I can lift it up and fully wrap my tumbler at that point. On the mug press or the tumbler press, that is one thing I had not managed to do, was a full wrap. And that was probably my main driving factor in wanting these, is that first mug I just showed you, I could not pull off on my tumbler press. No matter how many times I tried, I just couldn't do it. So if you just want to play around with this and you're new to sublimation in general, you can just use the Cricut infusible inks or pens on these. If you're going to use the pens, definitely do, I think they say 3 layers of butcher paper over it, because that ink will blow out. Or tends more to blow out. The mugs, I do wrap a piece around the top and the bottom pretty tightly, fold the top over, and press it in tight. But I don't go like a million pieces around. But this is helping me for sure line up my backside. This was my first attempt at this one. This is on a Cricut mug also. And you can see how far off I was here. Just making a simple template with a square cut out of a square, game changer for me. So I'll come back in here. Just chat a minute. I do have my gloves handy if I need them. But usually you can just hang on to the handle and you're fine. So one of my biggest goals for the next month or so is to actually get a website up and running. So I want to like narrow down and lay out and have a good example of every product I'm going to do. There will be mugs on there. There will be sublimation tumblers on there. I will add epoxy tumblers here and there. I'm going to work away from live sales, not live sales, but video sales. I may occasionally do them, but I really think I need to move into a website instead. I'm going to have some sticker packs available, possibly some keychains here and there. I do have these Zen Art my mother gave me with this stuff, sublimation ink pens. At some point we're going to test this out, drawing on the Cricut. She got me some blanks, like the colored inside and handled mugs. I'm going to show you my favorite Christmas gift you can see here in the background. It's currently turned off, but my sister made this for me. And I don't know if you can see it. That mug is done. But is that not the coolest thing? It's fantastic. The funniest part of this is I had been looking at the L wire and stuff to make those and hadn't pulled the trigger yet myself. So her homemade gift of the year was like spot on perfect. She always makes me something that goes in this room. So pretty cool. This is a part of my, what I call my Foxy trio. I used to do 3 different Fox mugs with vinyl, and I haven't done them in a while because it was a lot of layering and just a pain in the butt. So I'm going to be bringing them back. So this is the first of them. 0 Fox Given. This image I designed myself from different components, so I can't tell you where I got this from. All of the other ones I will link to, but I will link to the background I used and the Fox I used. The text I used, I put in there on my own and spaced out and all of that. So but this mug's going to go into my rotation. I'm going to put this one in next in one of these, but this is the next one. Or this is one of the Cricut ones that has the color on the inside. As soon as I saw it, I told my mom it was obviously going to be mine. Also, I printed on ASUB Sublimation Paper. I do 2 full wraps on one, or 4 to 6, depending on the size, fronts and backs, on one sheet. So 4 would give me 2 mugs, 6 would give me 3 mugs per sheet. This is the box the koala people sent me, but I did just get in the mail today a brand new pack that I bought myself from Amazon because she's getting pretty light. So I am stocked up and ready. And I printed it on my Epson ET2803 that I did not use the regular ink in. I used ASUB Sublimation ink in that. I will try to remember to link to the video where I did that down below, but I make no promises. But there's this one. The mom wrap with the butterflies. One out, one in. But this one says, "Oh, for fuck's sake." So it's 6 minutes a cup. I had 15 cups, so we'll say an 8 rotation because one of them's going to have to run a full cycle longer. I'm looking at like 50 minutes of just pressing to get the 15 mugs done. That's part of why I wanted 2, because like I said, in the big press, I was lining 2 up like together in the press because it will hold the 2. So I kind of moved them along quicker, whereas this being a single one at a time was going to be like really slow. So I'm actually really happy with the pressure this puts on these. I'm really, really thrilled with the way they're wrapping so far. I think I'm starting to get my taping system down, and I definitely think this was the answer and the right choice. So overall, I'm going to say I'm quite pleased. I had looked at a bunch of the knockoff ones on Amazon, and I could not find one that reviewed well at all or said it would actually take the mugs it's supposed to take in the reviews. And I was like, no, I'm just going to get one that I know has been, I think these came out in 2020. So at least they're a little bit time tested already. I also feel like with running this way, I can't keep up with the tumbler press and wrap and tape while I'm working. But I feel like with this, because of the time these take, I have time to do some taping and the rest. Oh, it's so cute. Okay. I look like crap, don't mind me, but are you ready to see this? I'm so glad I can claim this as my own. This may be my first piece of merch, but not on this particular mug, on a white one. There's my logo with the new font. The font I've switched to is Strong Girl from FABRICA. I absolutely love this font, but the back says, fueled by coffee and creativity. I may actually make up a couple of these when I get the website up and running and pop them out there if anybody wanted any actual branded merch. I'm not going to use these mugs because I'd have to buy them singly at Michael's or wherever I could get Cricut mugs, but oh my god. I absolutely love it. I'm going to have to text my mom a picture later. So stinking cute. I don't give a fox. The third of the Foxy trio. When you're pulling these out, try and pull them straight up, not knock it against the side or anything, to help with not getting any ghosting or any of that. And there is not much heat. I mean, it's hot, but not going to burn you. I do wonder if it's safe to have these mugs sitting near it. Yeah, they're still pretty cool. So this one was like inspirational. It says like, everything will be okay, bring your best. Today will be fabulous, make today a good day. Be the good. Some of them I can't quite read, but keep going. You're strong. Remember why you started. But again, I have that perfect gap with my little templates. Oh, this one I loved the image. This is supposed to be pastel-y watercolor, but it says not all who wander are lost on both sides. And it has a compass on this side and a full wrap. I will link to this image from FABRICA down below as well. So every design I've showed you so far, except for this one, this I'm going to do a couple up on a white blank and get a picture of it. I actually have an extra one printed. I should just tape it off and do it right now. But everything you've seen so far will be on the website when the website launches. I'm kind of hoping to have like maybe 15 designs for mugs and 15 designs for the tumblers. And then I'm hopefully going to be able to get the sticker packs that I already have made. Get a set to photograph here. So this one says, happiness is a cup of coffee. Yep. And this is where proofreading comes into play. It should be, and a good book. And it just says, a good book. So I'm going to have to keep this one for myself. I'm going to have to go in and modify the image because I really did like the image. This wrap was not, I didn't start a new one. Shoot. This wrap was not sized properly for a 15-ounce mug, but I went with it anyways. I just kind of spaced it out differently. It just says teacher and it has the cute little rainbow. So I don't actually know that this one's going to hit the website as is. I will probably modify it a little bit. I'll probably print it at height and then cut the sides down to fit. But it is cute. I mean, this one can still go to retail. There's absolutely nothing wrong with it. It says, teacher, we do it all. This one says, Mama needs coffee, lots and lots of coffee. With the messy bun, with her little hairband with the coffee beans and the heart on it. So while I'm finishing taping this one, my turtle one here, that's what I'm taping up the second one of to do on a white mug. This I did design in Cricut Design Space. My fox ones I designed and printed from Cricut Design Space. Everything else that's a image that's already ready to go from Creative Fabrica, I put in my word processing program, which I use Apache Open Office for that, a free one. Anything I actually had to like do design work, put pieces together and add text, I did on Design Space. So this one says, coffee spelled backwards is EFOC, and I don't give EFOC about anything until I have it. With the cute little Nomi girl and her cup of coffee. This one I also really, really liked. It says, let your heart be your compass. And it says it on both sides. But it's got a compass with the florals around it. I just really liked this floral with the hibiscus and everything else. I know I'm a tumbler maker and I'm drinking a Diet Dr. Pepper in a can. And I'm going to add that one of my favorite things about this little machine is that beep is just so soft and quiet. It's not loud, obnoxious, insistent, in your face. It will reminder beep if you don't pull it, but it's not a constant droning beep, 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 bing, like everything else. So, yeah, I am pretty pleased with this machine overall. And I'm definitely glad that I had the foresight in my head to ask for 2 instead of just 1. Because this is definitely going much, much faster this way. So, this is my full Foxy trio oh, for fuck's sake, 0 fucks given, and I don't give a fucks. There we go. See that gentle little beep? I enjoy that so much. So I'm going to have to go through and find a few more mug images that I like. Like I said, I want at least 15, if not 20, going into launching this site. But I want a couple more teacher ones, and I want to fix the reading one, definitely. I want to verify that this is all good. I actually couldn't read it on the image. I also have the big Tumblr teacher affirmations one that I would like to find a scaled down version of for mugs, and I haven't come up with that yet. But I don't think I'm going to roll with this one. I think this is going to be a one-off to go to retail. And then this one will be mine, because I need another coffee mug. But other than that, I think this was a super successful pressing session. And we have the Raised Turquoise Turtle and Fueled by Coffee and Creativity. If you notice on my sign, I do have the apostrophe on the S. On all my stickers and stuff, I don't. That is because, and I don't know if it's different now, but when I opened my Etsy in 2013, I think is when my Raised Turquoise Turtle Etsy opened. And I don't use it anymore. It's been on vacation for like, since I started Tumblrs. You couldn't have any kind of punctuation in your actual store name. So it had it without, and I've always just kind of rolled with it without. Every once in a while on something it'll have it on it, but even when I get the Shopify up and running, the website, it's going to be without. So while it's not grammatically correct without, it's just the way it is because of the circumstances of when it was set up. But so that is it. I feel like this has been super productive. It did take me about the hour I estimated to get through all of these because of the unboxing and extra taping and everything else, but I am pretty satisfied with a good night's work. Again, unfortunately, 2 of these mugs are going to be mine, but that's okay. These things happen. But I do want to come up with a couple of more mom-style mugs. I've been looking for dad ones that I like. I hadn't found any yet. Obviously, these ones can go male or female. This one would definitely be somewhat gender neutral, but a man might not like the pastel-y colors as much. But, yeah, I feel pretty good about this. I am definitely going to say that these are a winner. If you're looking to get into sublimation and you want to do mugs, I don't think it gets any easier than this or any more absolute plug and play. So that is it. I appreciate you watching. If you have any questions or you need something explained more in detail, I'd be happy to help you with that. I appreciate you. Like, subscribe, share. Again, any questions, ask me, and I will see you next time. Bye.